Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for today's Skill Up session, where we're going to bring you up to speed on the latest changes to the Microsoft 365 licensing. It's a pleasure to have each of you here with us today. My name is Andy Sanchez. I'm one of the product specialists at Team Venti, and one of my roles here is to support our Microsoft licensing brand, which is a 365 cloud store. At Team Venti, we're a direct Tier 1 CSP reseller with Microsoft through our sister brand, the 365 Cloud Store. Considering Microsoft's ever-changing terms and offerings and promotions and everything that happens all year round, changing in terms and offerings and everything like that, it can get very difficult to navigate and try to keep up with everything. So it's a great idea to have a reliable partner in times like these that you can reach out to with your questions, with any type of assistance or guidance that you're looking for. At the 365 Cloud Store, we aim to make licensing as easy as possible for you so that you can focus on the more important aspects of your business, and you can leave the licensing portion to us as your CSP. As I mentioned, there are many great benefits to having a licensing partner, especially a direct Tier 1 licensing partner as your CSP. So we welcome you to reach out in case you have any questions or you need any guidance with the topics that we'll be covering today. Team Venti can be your one-stop shop for Microsoft for the Microsoft technologies. We have migrations and deployment services to help you make the most of your Microsoft investment. We can cover a lot of things under the Microsoft technologies, like the services that I just mentioned. We have the full catalog of licenses available through our 365 Cloud Store. We also offer voice over IP services for Microsoft Teams with our hosted Blue Sky UC service, and call analytics and reporting for those calls that are being made from and to Teams Voice with our very own Teams Power Pack. This is a solution that we developed in-house for those call analytics and reporting needs. So if you need anything on the Microsoft side, again, feel free to reach out. We can talk to you about how we can assist. We have a lot of topics to cover today. The agenda, we have a lot of different topics, changes on just rebranding, very simple name changes to price increases, addition of features and stuff like that. So we're going to cover everything in detail. First item is going to be the Windows 10 extended security updates. These have been available since the 1st of September. They are available up for 3 years, covering until 2028, in case you need additional time to consider moving to Windows 11 or to plan your move to Windows 11. Pricing, as you can see, doubles each year, and the licenses are stacked. So year 2, for example, will be required. Sorry, year 1 will be required for year 2, and then year 3, when that comes around, you will need to have year 1 and year 2 as well. Those 3 licenses. The second item to cover is the rebranding of the E5 mini suites. This is for Microsoft 365 E3, actually. So it's instead of moving up to E5s, Microsoft made these add-ons available. So they basically just changed the name in October, on the 1st of October, changing from what used to be called the Security Suite to Defender Suite, and the Compliance Suite to the Purview Suite. There is a third offering that combines these and is just called Defender and Purview Suite. So that's it. Nothing else changes. Pricing and features and stuff like that are included in each of these bundles does not change. The next item is those same add-on bundles are now available for Business Premium. So they used to be available only for Microsoft 365 E3. These are now available for Business Premium as well, starting on the 1st of October. And the name follows the same structure, right? Defender Suite for Business Premium, Purview Suite for Business Premium, and then the combination Defender and Purview Suite for Business Premium. Item number 4 is Microsoft reintroduced Teams into the enterprise SKUs. Back in April of 2024, Microsoft had to remove Teams from those enterprise SKUs because of some concerns that came up with the European Commission. And so they launched new versions of the enterprise SKUs that did not include Teams. And if you needed Teams, you had to purchase it separately using a Teams Enterprise SKU. Beginning November 1st of 2025, Microsoft finally made an agreement with the European Commission that allowed them to add Teams back into the enterprise SKUs. So those are now back to the way they were before, where you have the Teams included with the bundle. They did keep the versions that do not have Teams in case you want to leverage those with the separate Teams add-on called Teams Enterprise. But now you do have both options. There are no changes to the business SKUs or the frontline SKUs. Item number 5 is the enterprise agreement pricing standardization that Microsoft put into effect on the 1st of November. This basically states that Microsoft will no longer offer a tiered pricing discount based on the volume of licenses that you have in your EA. Microsoft is moving to a consumption-based discount offering where they're going to look at the consumption of your licenses, or what you're actually using. They do recommend that you contact a CSP like us, or if you currently have a provider, to talk about moving your licenses over to the Cloud Solution Provider program to continue receiving the best pricing available. There are no changes to on-premise pricing in EAs or government and education pricing. The next item is the price increase that happened for Dynamics 365 Business Central specifically. This was originally going to happen on the 1st of October and was pushed to the 1st of November, so they pushed it out 1 month. Basically just increased the pricing a little bit on the Business Central SKUs and the storage as well. So Business Central Essentials, Premium, and the device SKUs are the ones that increased. The next line item is the SQL Server 2025 is now available for purchase. The important items to remember is that there is no pricing changes compared to the previous version 2022. It is now it is available for purchase. Microsoft actually launched it early in December 17th, on December 17th. The biggest differences is that Web Edition is no longer going to be available in this version. If you are using it, Microsoft will continue to support SQL Web until January 2033. At that point, they will no longer support it. They do recommend considering migrating to Azure SQL as soon as possible, so that you don't have to wait until that moment. Additional dates to consider here is SQL 2022 will no longer be available after January 21st. So if you need any SQL 22 licenses, you should purchase them before the 21st of January. And the end of support for SQL 2022 is January 11th, 2028. Number 8 is Microsoft has launched a new offering for small and mid-sized businesses for Copilot called Microsoft 365 Copilot Business. This was launched on the 1st of December. It offers the same features that are included with the standard Copilot. It is aimed at offering the same features to the business SKUs. So business basic, standard, and premium are a requirement. This is not applicable to enterprise SKUs or the frontline SKUs. And because it is the business license, you are capped at 300 max, 300 licenses. The differences are going to be in pricing. So Copilot Business is lower price than standard Copilot, where standard Copilot is $30 a month billed yearly, so $360 a month per user. Copilot Business is going to be $21 per user per month on an annual term, so $252 per year. Microsoft is offering a 15% discount due to the recent launch. This is a promotion that's valid until the 31st of March of this year to give you an even lower starting point. We do have some bundles as well that Microsoft has released, basically just bundling those business SKUs with Copilot Business. There is no price difference there. It's really just adding both subscriptions together, but it does make managing licenses easier. So in cases where you have to onboard a new user, instead of having to add 2 licenses, you just add 1. The good thing is that Microsoft does have some promotions. As I mentioned, they have their 15% discount available for Copilot Business running through March 31st. They also have some discounts available for those bundles that I mentioned. Business Standard and Copilot Business has a 35% discount, and Business Premium and plus Copilot Business has a 25% discount. There's some pretty good discounts there. And the Purview Suite add-on that I mentioned Microsoft recently launched for Business Premium, it does have a discount of 50% as well, in case you want to leverage that. It's important to consider the security aspects of Copilot. Copilot and Copilot Business, doesn't matter which one, because it opens up it can open up a lot of security issues there. So that's why Microsoft is making Purview available at a discounted rate so that you can make sure that you're ready. There is a discount also available for the standard Copilot in case you're interested in that, and in case you're interested in Copilot and you have either the enterprise SKUs or the frontline SKUs, Microsoft has a discount of 15% on that one. They actually just extended that promotion until June 30th, giving you additional time to leverage that discount. And extended service term for CSP. So this change is, first of all, it's happening on April 1st. So the changes detailed here will affect any subscription that is purchased on or after April 1st, and any subscription that expires on or after April 1st, 2026. Basically, The change is that Microsoft will no longer offer a free grace period after the subscription expires, meaning that if your subscription is coming up for renewal and auto renew is turned off, and there's no payment method reflected in your account, then your subscription will expire, and one of two things will happen. Currently, what happens is that your service will continue to work. Microsoft allows you 30 to 60 days to continue accessing your service before they start limiting the access that you have uh, as an end user and also as an admin. So Microsoft is going to be removing that free grace period, and after April 1st, if your subscription expires, um, you will no longer have access to the service unless you have extended service term enabled, in which you will be billed at the monthly rate plus an uplift of 3%. Right? Remember that monthly rates are 20% more expensive than annual terms. And so you would see that 20% increase if you're on an annual term, plus an additional 3% to continue to be able to access your services. Right? This does not affect you if you have auto renew turned on, or if you have already signed your agreement, your renewal agreement. Or maybe you want to speak with your provider just to make sure that you're ready and won't face any additional charges there. The next item are the price changes that are coming up for Microsoft 365 bundles and some standalone plans as well. This is happening on the 1st of July. And it's important to mention the prices that were that are reflected here are the annual prices. If you divide them by 12, right, by the 12 months, annual is just as a reminder, annual term is billed up front, but we wanted to reflect the pricing here as Microsoft has them on their website and as they have announced them as well. It's important to mention that the price increases are happening not only on the annual term, but also on the monthly term, right? So all the terms the Microsoft offers will experience this price increase. And basically, most of everything is going up, right? The only thing that is not going up is Business Premium and Office 365 E1. Now, the good thing is that it's not really just a price increase. They are also adding some additional features. So here are the additional features that are being added. All the subscriptions are going to get some enhancements for Copilot chat and within the Office apps and some analytics. Business Premium, Standard, and Basic are going to get Safe Links Lite, which is part of Defender for Office 365 Plan 1. That is scanning links that are in emails, making sure that when users click on those links, they're not, it's not going to take them somewhere malicious. Office 365 will get the full Plan 1 of Defender for Office 365, something it did not have before. Microsoft 365 E3 will also get Plan 1 of Defender for Office 365 and Plan 2 of Intune. While Microsoft 365 E3 will get all of the above, plus the features that are missing that will make up the Intune suite. So they're going to have Plan 2 of Intune plus the Intune suite and Security Copilot. So a lot of changes, a lot of additional features coming in July. The only thing that is not changing that I'd like to mention is consumer pricing. So that's not changing as well. Government pricing is well, government and nonprofit pricing are changing, slightly different though. So just contact your CSP if you're a government customer or nonprofit customer, so we can share the details on that. Usually what we see on the nonprofit side is because it's reliant on the commercial pricing, it's a discounted percentage off of those rates. Government has their own pricing. So again, just contact your CSP to get more information about that. These are the standalone components that are going up in price. The Purview suites and Defender suites that I mentioned before. We've got Windows E3 and Windows E5. You've got your apps, right? Apps for business and apps for enterprise. EMS, which is Enterprise Mobility Security, both versions, E3 and E5. Entra Plan 1 and Plan 2. And then your standalone Windows Enterprise and apps as well. And lastly, the additional features that are coming for those standalone plans. These standalones do have a little bit less features coming, but Microsoft is adding a few. Intune Plan 2, for example, is coming to EMS E3 and EMS E5. And then you've got some additional security for Windows E3. And that's it. So those are the changes that are coming up. I know there were a lot of items that we covered. So if you have any questions or want to know more, feel free to contact us. We are happy to help.